Hi guys, it's Bible Girl, and today is another day of VEDA. Today is the 109th anniversary of the sinking of the Titanic, and each year, after a lifetime of just being very intrigued by the historical event, I like to do video just reflecting on that event. And this year I've been thinking a lot on how does it reflect back on the world I live in today. 1912, 109 years ago, it feels like a completely different universe. I've been watching the 1997 Titanic movie, and the clothes and the strictures and the way that the world works on paper, it seems like just something so foreign. But as I've thought about it, and I've thought about what this slightly over a year has been, unfortunately, it's not as foreign as we'd like to think. The story of the Titanic makes it pretty clear that in 1912, if you had money, you could survive or be more likely to survive something dangerous, something difficult. And in 2020 and 2021, and unfortunately, there's a lot similar. So on the Titanic, first class women and children got top priority to get on to a lifeboat. Just is what it is. Second class women and children had a pretty good go. Third class people were very much not in a good position. There's some historical conjecture, but I tend to go with what some third class survivors stated from my perspective, that they were actually blocked off with gates and locked purposefully to let first class and second class passengers get through. Some people disagree and just say, well, the gates were locked in general ahead of time. And I think either way, when we look at it, we see safety is easily accessible to these wealthy people, and some of them the most wealthy people on the planet at the time. And as we've been going through this pandemic, and we're in a similar situation. I mean, everyone on that ship 109 years ago was dealing with a sinking. But your money, your position, who you are, gave you an understanding that you would either survive or not. And today, with COVID, there's a lot similar. I mean, the whole planet, not just a ship, but a whole planet has been dealing with this, that we know that we've all been in the same boat. And at the start of everything, famous people going, oh, we're all in this together, and then Imagine video and stuff like that. But the position they, as very wealthy people, were in, not the same as the position I am in. And the position I am in is not the position that a homeless individual or someone in a country different from the United States is in. My husband hasn't worked for a year, and my paycheck dropped. So we had to be very financially prudent to get by, but we did. And we have been able to pay all our bills. Thank God. We have been able to stay homed and fed. And have I done things that I haven't done in the past? Yeah. Free school lunches and stuff for all the kids under 18 I've used for my kid. which has helped um, just helped out with the budget. Not that we necessarily needed it, but it was nice when the schools were closed to go over there and get just little bits of food, so I didn't have to worry about as much at that level. Not having to pay for gas almost at all for the last year has also been very helpful. Gasoline in California is very expensive. I usually work in a different county, about an hour away from home, and I've been working from home the vast majority of this year, so that hasn't been an issue as much. But knowing the position I'm in is so different than other people. I mean, part of me looks at those very wealthy people that have gone, say, oh, we're all in the same boat, and be frustrated because no, you have, your cabin, mansion on a mountain that's separated from the world, and you can hide and not interact with germs and other people. Or if you are hospitalized, you have the money to push forward to do amazing things and get the help that other people would be begging for. But as a whole of this planet, I am wealthy. When looking at, all 7 billion of us, I've had a home this whole time. I've had food. I've had heat and air and gas and I've been protected. I've had medical insurance. Thank you, Disney, even though my husband hasn't been working. I've had a safety net. But I think about people that just don't, in other countries that haven't provided assistance like we got this past year for not working, and people that don't have anywhere to go, and disease spreading in homeless camps, and people being sick and not being able to treat it, and the amount of dead people in other places and in other positions is heartbreaking. And there's just been so much this year thinking about that and disaster. And so as I kind of reflect on how the wealthy just were pretty great in regards to survival rates on the Titanic, and thinking about how the wealthy are doing now. I mean, like, I have 2 shots and my husband has 1 shot, and my parents and my sister-in-law and most of my in-laws have shots, and I am so grateful and so happy about that. But I also know I live in one of the richest countries on the planet, and there are a lot of other countries where people are nowhere near that position. And there are countries that they cannot afford the rollout of the vaccine like we can. And this disaster and this difficulty, it's going to last substantially longer in those parts of the world than it is here, right, wrong, or indifferent. So this year I've been thinking about all this stuff, and I want to highlight just for a minute a charity called Samaritan's Purse. There's a lot of charities out there that go out and help people who do not have the financial means in disasters, in medical disasters. And one of them that's just close to my heart is Samaritan's Purse. They do so much more than this, but they do send out hospitals, and I mean, like, they've sent them out to parts of the world where you think, yeah, that's a place where they need all this extra help. And they were just up the street in LA County not that long ago, in New York, setting up these field hospitals. So they are going all over the place. So I want to, if you look in the description on this video, you'll see a link if you'd like to donate to them. So this year, while I think about the Titanic and discrepancies in finances and what that means for people's ability to survive a disaster, I hope that I can be a part of the solution just a little bit to help people who wouldn't have money to be safe in this disaster and in other ones. Also, like, I just noticed, like, this shirt probably is a weird one to wear when I'm talking about a sinking. It wasn't intentional. It's just the shirt I had on. Okay, guys. I will talk to you tomorrow for more VEDA. Bye.